Hi everyone. If you have been feeling sad or you think like you're going crazy or the world is going crazy, there's so much happening around us. I just want you to think of a bigger context. We are actually in the time of pivotal changes, and astrologically, there's nothing since I've been alive that's been that powerful. So since 2020, we are squeezing through, like the sand clock, through this little hole between, one era and another era. We are culminating a certain stage. Maybe it's what's been called an Aquarian age, and when we change ages, it's never like a sharp line. There's this like watercolors flooding over from the old into the new and vice versa. So definitely, I think the Wheel of Fortune would be a perfect card to depict what's going on. The wheel is turning. So what's happening is that all the outer planets that change signs, they move very slowly. So they change signs like not that fast. We even talking about Saturn, which we still can see with our naked eye, but then, Uranus, Neptune, and Pluto, these outer planets, the generational planets that stay in one zodiac sign for many, many years, they all are changing signs. This is quite unprecedented. This is not something that happens often. And not only this, they also completing certain even bigger kind of cycle where whenever they were changing signs before, they were changing from like earth and water elements. Now they are all moving from earth and water into air and fire element. So there will be a huge shift collectively into air and fire, which air is connected with internet, with technology, with communication, with equality. This is like it spreads like equally to all of us. Fire is connected with inspiration, with spiritedness. Sometimes also, these two are very combustible. They can get very angry, they can go warmongering, but the ideal the highest version of these two elements is the truth, and bring clarity and lightness and communication and empowerment through words. And this one is, inspiration to positive action, to bringing warmth, to being protective. So I want us to think of the most positive, most nurturing, most spirited version of these two elements, air and fire. But of course, we cannot totally forget about the other extreme, right? But let's see what's going on. So Pluto is on the last degree of Capricorn. I'm talking tropical astrology here because it's just easier to, a tropical system is very easy to do oppositions and so on. So I'm just going to stick to it for now. Pluto is in the last degree of Capricorn, a zodiac sign, and it is going and has been moving and shifting into Aquarius since 2023. On the 20th of November, since 19th or 20th of November, we will have Pluto in Aquarius for the next 10 or so years. So finally, they usually have a couple of tries, they move forward into one sign, they go back and so on. So finally, right now, Pluto is still activating that last degree of Capricorn, but it will move into Aquarius. And Aquarius compared to Capricorn, is such a different energy. So Capricorn, we have, materialism, we have old systems of money, we have, time control, we have we have that kind of praise for being productive, very patriarchal type of energy, even though traditionally Capricorn is really wise. It brings discipline, it brings, understanding of what we have to put in to receive rewards for our work. but it can be also abused and make us kind of slaves to values that are not necessarily very healthy for us. And then this Pluto is moving into the um, sign of Aquarius, which rules over the star card. And that's much more, free sharing. That's much more equality, liberty. Aquarius is very liberal. The downside of Aquarius is that because it's an air element, it is connected to internet, it is connected to technology, it is connected to all these things that flow really freely, and we can't really control them like with material reality. That, yeah, time might change, things might go really fast. For I think older people, it might be quite hard because the technological advancement might be really, really fast from now on. But I'm hoping that, as with the elements, that we take the best of the star and we move with Pluto that will transform these systems, and has been doing it for a while now, and starts to incorporate not technocracy, that it will start to control us through technology, but starts to incorporate systems that strive for equality, that actually we can, with expanded consciousness, through getting to know the universe, and going beyond what we know now, that we can create systems that will make humans happy. Okay, what else is going on? So Saturn, which is right now retrograding in Pisces, it's on 13 degrees of Pisces. It's going to go back to 11, I think, and then it will move forward at the last degrees of Pisces, and then Saturn in 2025 will move into Aries. So that's, also quite interesting, because it's moving from Pisces, which is water sign, the last sign of the zodiac, into Aries, the first sign of the zodiac. That's exactly what's going to happen with Neptune as well. Neptune is actually right now activating the last degree of Pisces, and over 2025, 2026, it will move into Aries. That hasn't happened, as well, in a couple of hundreds of years. So we're having all these huge shifts happening nearly at the same time. It took 2 years, 2023, 2026, when everything will be different. So 2025 and 2026 seem like such pivotal years. So this energy will be moving, Pisces is connected to the card of the moon, and Aries is connected to the card of the Emperor. So in some way, here we're moving from this materialistic, domineering, maybe a little bit elusive, into the star, more consciousness, more hope, more openness. Here we're moving from that feminine into the masculine with Saturn and with Neptune. Also maybe from this kind of dark and illogical, and some form of, with moon, we always fluctuating, and to a little bit more concrete. And yeah, what do you think? Which cards would you choose? I think we are moving into the right ones, but we don't want to make the Emperor another dictator or another ruler over the feminine features. We want the Emperor to work with the star and to learn how to protect the star so it can share of its unlimited sources and resources. Uranus, the revolutionary, that right now is moving through the tropical sign of Taurus, and also through the stars of Taurus for that matter, is moving in 2025, 2026 into Gemini, so from earth into air. And here we have that Taurus energy of the Hierophant moving into the Lovers. So the Hierophant gives wedding to the lovers. It unites, or marries the feminine and the masculine, the alchemical elements. Uranus energy is connected to the Fool card, and it's just another interesting idea. And then the air and fire element is the Fool, which starts a new cycle, and the Judgment. This is the fire element, which maybe we have to go through some form of rebirth, and maybe the solution to to actually begin the new cycle. So I hope that makes sense. So the new era with all these outer planets shifting signs, let me just say it one more time. So Pluto changing from Capricorn, from Earth into Aquarius air, 2023 2024. Neptune is changing from water, Pisces, into Aries, fire, throughout 2025 2026. Uranus is changing from Taurus, earth, into air, Gemini, over 2025 2026. And Saturn is moving into Aries in 2025. When planets are moving into Aries, like Saturn and Neptune, that's also like another form of starting a new cycle on top of changing the signs, because they live in Pisces, the last zodiac sign, and moving into the spring, so it's like a new moon, it's like a new, totally new cycle. So this is big, and I hope that makes sense to you. The next video I'm going to share Sabian degrees, so we do the same reading but with Sabian degrees, not just with the cards. And I think using different modalities help to also depict what energies we are moving into, how can we best use and prepare for these shifts. It's really good to have good sense of self, know what your talents are, how can you connect with other people, so that you can actually also play a part in these big shifts, because we all signed up for it if we are alive right now. Thanks for watching. I speak to you soon. Let me know what are your thoughts, how are you feeling. There's extreme amount of solar flares being also blasted into our atmosphere. There's a huge amount of poverty, huge amount of suffering in the world, with the wars that go on, with natural disasters. The earth is shaking, and we're going through this purification mode. Each of us needs to look the devil in the face and not hide, from what needs to be acknowledged, released, so that we can actually move into this new air and fire element era, not through war, but through inspiration, through inspired action, through compassionate action, and through being creative and co-create our reality. Thanks for watching.